So the Duke of Gloucester Cup, also known as the Dog Cup, is the Australian Army pre-eminent section level competition that we run every year here at the School of Infantry. It is an opportunity for us here at the school to provide a framework for the RAR battalions to send their sections and to be tested across the entire suite of skills required to be an infantry soldier in today's modern army.
The 2022 Dog Cup has been long in the waiting. Each section has been training for a long time, and this allows that training to come to fruition. The Dog Cup is a prestigious event. This sees a section training year after year to compete. It gives them bragging rights against their other units. It's a proud, prestigious moment. Each section member will be beaming with pride just to be selected to compete in the Dog Cup. The winning competitors will then go forward and compete against international armies in the UK and the Cambrian Patrol. To have the ability to go to the UK and compete internationally, having completed and won the Dog Cup, is an achievement that only a few can talk about. So on arrival to the School of Infantry here in Singleton, the sections are met with shock and awe. They'll have an opening address where they'll meet the SI and myself, the Wing Sergeant Major, then straight into a rigorous kit check prior to conducting battle preparation. From that moment on, the sections are tactical and being watched by all of the directing staff, who will score them accordingly as they progress through the competition. The first day we go into the live firing phase. This sees the sections compete against each other in a number of live firing exercises. The sections are put under extreme pressure in that they can see each other, potentially see how well they are doing. It's important that the sections, and indeed the individuals, are able to use their weapon systems accurately and effectively throughout the entire competition. Day 2 sees the sections conduct the enhanced combat shooting phase. It starts off with a 3.2 kilometre best effort run and then straight into the shoot. This means that as they arrive onto the firing point, the sections have an increased heart rate and are immediately under pressure. They will then conduct the standard shoot by day, then the enhanced combat shooting standard by night.
Window.
Yep. From the live firing phase, the sections will then move into the patrol phase. This sees them move from shooting to becoming tactical and operating in different environments under different mounting pressures. It starts off with a night navigation as a section over approximately 10 kilometres through the night. This then sees them finish at a start point for the subsequent stands. Each stand will test different elements and different aspects of conventional fundamental warfighting. The sections will then move on to a major obstacle crossing. This sees them crossing a large water gap at depth. This not only tests their ability to go through the SOSRA process, but also tests their physical and mental endurance, getting into cold water. And on the morning that we started, to know it was 2 degrees. So this would have been a shock for anybody. From the major obstacle crossing, the sections will move to the VCP. The VCP sounds extremely simple, however, this has layers of complexity. The section commander and the section will need to go through and think about ethical decision making. They will have to positively identify the enemy, who may or may not be dressed in civilian attire. This makes it extremely difficult. They'll have to control the crowd and potentially have to go through prisoner of war drills. The next stand the sections are exposed to is a section attack. This is the bread and butter for any infantry soldier. This sees them conduct a section attack over undulating complex ground. Through the section attack, they will meet up against an adverse enemy and have to fight their way through, using a number of different assets that are available to them. The sections will be exposed to a CBRN environment. This will see them don the respirators and then have to conduct a casualty evacuation under pressure and whilst wearing their CBRN PPE. On completion of section attacks, the sections will move to an area where they will be confronted by a mass casualty situation. This will see them having to deal with a number of casualties with differing injuries. It's important that the section commander at this time remains cool, calm and controls his troops. This is an uncomfortable, unfamiliar situation for the sections. This will put them clean outside their comfort zone. The next stand the sections will move to is a point target reconnaissance. This sees the sections move silently and stealthily in order to gain information on enemy movement or indeed enemy base locations. It's an imperative that the sections take the time and invest the time in order to reconnaissance this and gain as much information as possible for subsequent operations. Section will then go into an urban phase. This sees them conduct the rural to urban transition and then operate in the complex environment. The culminating event of the Dog Cup 2022 sees a section go into separate area ambushes. They will be in these ambushes for a period of time, anywhere from 5 to 10 hours. This will be uncomfortable for them as they're already fatigued. Once the ambush is sprung, they will go through their ambush drills and have to move to an emergency rendezvous point, at which stage they will enter the endurance phase. This will see them move with purpose, covering approximately 15 kilometres at speed to test their endurance. At different stages throughout the endurance phase, they will pick up a number of items that will make it more difficult for them and put them under pressure. The culmination of the endurance phase sees the sections hit the obstacle course. This is extremely difficult with a number of obstacles throughout. Should take the sections of roughly 25 to 30 minutes to cross this. Not only is this difficult, it is a race against time. This is where the sections can make up vital points that may get them over the line to win the Dog Cup.
We will stay right where we at. We never fall back. Yeah. We never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We never fall back. We never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We never fall back. Come up with a game plan. Double XL up in the pen, you can't shake that. All the way gassed up, full tank, man. Moving too quick, keep the cameras in the playback. Dang, so tell me how you feel with it. You put a lid on it, I ain't got no chill with it. This right here your problem, you gon' have to deal with it. Lay it on the line, high risk, that's the meal, take the meal. never falter. Came with the hands out, get them off us. I'm 24/7 in the office. Pay attention cause I ain't repeating offers. Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Careful, whatever you bring me getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need to hassle. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at. We ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at. Never fall back. We ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at. Yeah. No lies on back. You can find me right where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. We ain't never fall back. Yeah. We ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. We ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back.
I would also like to comment quickly on the performance of all of our competitors over the last 6 days. From their arrival, from the very first minute they got here and throughout the entire competition, we have honestly been overwhelmed by the enthusiasm, the professionalism, the resilience, and the sheer determination that has been on display all week by all sections. These soldiers represent the very best of the Royal Australian Regiment, and we thank you all for putting it all on the line and representing your battalions at such a high standard. The final placings of the 2022 Duke of Gloucester Cup are as follows. In 7th place, 8-9 RAR. In 6th place, 6 RAR. In 5th place, 1 RAR. In 4th place, 5 RAR. In 3rd place, 2 RAR. The runners-up for the Duke of Gloucester Cup, 7 RAR. And the winners of the 2022 Duke of Gloucester Cup, 3 RAR. Being able to not only win the Dog Cup, but then go on to represent your army and your country overseas is an extreme privilege that's on the table today for the men and women that have entered the Dog Cup this year.